Okay, so we have already got first factor by using trial and error method and long division. When we performed long division, we got this quotient. Now we have to factorize this quotient by using splitting middle term method. So first factor we have already got. When we will factorize this, we will get another two factors. Okay, so x square plus 12x plus 20. So here also, what is the first step? We have to check what is the last term, constant term 20 here. What is the coefficient of first term? 1. Coefficient means the number which is multiplied to the variable is known as coefficient. So here no number was written. If it is nothing written, that means it is understood that it is 1. So first step, you have to multiply 20 into 1. So you got 20. So we need to find the factors of 20 such that when you add them, you get the middle term. Okay, middle term. And when you multiply them, you will get the last term, that is 20. Okay, now trial and error. What are the factors of 20? So 20 I can write like 10 2s are 20, or I can write I need 12 in the center. Okay, so okay, first step only I am getting. So I can also write 10 into 2, 4 into 5. The next set of number is 4 into 5 also is 20. But you have to, this is just the example, trial and error again. So 4 into 5 you will get 20, last term you will get. But when you add 4 plus 5, will you get the middle term? No. So you have to choose two factors such that they should satisfy both the criteria. When you add them, you should get the middle term, and when you multiply them, you should get the last term. Okay, so choose two factors such that when you add them, you get the middle term. And in this question 12. Okay, and when you multiply, you get the last term, that is 20. I am writing because so many children have always doubt in this. Even if they are able to find the correct factor, then they have doubt regarding the sign, what sign they should put. So now we will solve. X square plus 12x plus 20. As I told you, what will be the correct combination? 2 and 10. So 2 into 10 is 20, and because it is plus sign, so the bigger factor should have plus sign. So plus 10, okay, and plus 20, because 10 plus 2 is always 12. So both the criteria are satisfying. So x square, that is why it is known as splitting middle term method, because we are splitting the middle term only. So 12x can be written as 10x plus 2x, and last term as it is. Again the next step, grouping of term, so that how we group the term, so that we can take out something common from that combination. So when I grouped these two together, x square plus 10x, what is most common you can take outside the bracket? X. So I have taken x out. Now this is what? X square. So what I should write inside? X, because x into x, x square. How x into x is x square? So add the power. So 1 plus 1, 2. Again keep the sign. Now again compare this term 10x with x. So in 10x, x is already outside the bracket. So what you should write inside? 10. Okay. Now in these two terms, what is most common term? 2, because 2 and 20 both are divisible by 2. So 2 you will take out. Now compare individually. 2 you have taken out. So what you will write inside? X. Plus 2, how many times will multiply? You will get 20. So 2 tens are 20. Now I am just cross checking. X into x, x square, plus into plus, plus, x into 10, 10x, plus 2 into x, 2x, plus into plus, plus 2 into 10, 20. And one more thing, when you want to check whether your factorization is correct or not, then see that terms in both the brackets should be same. Now because it is same, so you will write only once. which is written twice, you will write once, and whatever terms are written outside the bracket, you will put together in one bracket. So 2 factors we got. And what was the first factor? By trial and error. Therefore, the factors of px is how we represent any polynomial. So are, so what are the factors? X plus 1, x plus 10, x plus 2. Okay children, this is question number 4, question number 5, fourth part. Now listen one thing. Till now I have explained you one method to factorize cubic polynomial. Now this question I am going to explain by second method, but that method is not applicable to all the cubic polynomial. Okay, the method which I am going to explain you, it depends on a grouping of common terms where you can find something common. Now for example, this is a given polynomial. Okay, I have to, first step I am just grouping the term. Okay, so I have grouped the term, two terms together I have written. Now I have to see 2y cube plus y square. Can you find anything common in these two? In these two, 2y cube plus y square. So y square is common, so I have taken out. Now in this, compare first term. In 2y cube, y square you have taken out. So what will remain inside? 2y plus y square you have already taken out. So what will remain inside? Only 1. Now in these two, minus is common, so minus 1. Okay, you have to write numbers also. So along with the sign, because minus is present in both, so minus you will take and 1 you will take if nothing is common. Now minus you have taken minus 1 common. So what you will remain inside? I want 2y. Okay, minus 2y as the answer. So what I should write? Plus 2y. Because plus into minus, minus, 1 into 2y, 2y. Now I want minus 1. So minus 1 should be multiplied by which number so that you get minus 1 as the answer? So plus 1. Okay. Now minus into plus, minus, 1 into 1, 1. So see, this is correct because the term in both the brackets are same. So 2y plus 1, because it is common, so I have written once, and whatever terms are written outside the bracket I have put together in one bracket. Okay. So this is done. Now 2y plus 1. This is what? Y square minus 1 means it is in the form of a square minus b square. You know what is a square minus b square? So it is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So here a is y and b is 1. So you have to factorize this further. So y square minus 1. Y square minus 1 can be written as y minus 1 and y plus 1. Therefore, the factors of px, okay, are 2y plus 1, y minus 1 and y plus 1. So very easy method, but it is not applicable to all the polynomials. This method you can use only in those polynomial where after grouping two terms together you can find common. Okay, so that's why I have used this method for this question. Okay, so done for today. So we'll do the I'll do the next question in my next video. Thank you.